We're joined by head coach Scott Lemley of the Alaska swim team. And, Coach, you're heading down to California early next week to compete in the PCSC swimming championships. You guys have had pretty remarkable seasons thus far, and hopefully the great things are still yet to come. But why don't you just talk about your season overall and really the preparation that goes into preparing for this championship, considering the #1 team in the country is going to be at this meet?
Well, it starts and ends with the training. We're a fitness-based sport, and the more fit you are, the better you swim. So from day one, we made a commitment to become as fit as possible, which includes training at altitude for 3 weeks during the break. And I think we've accomplished all those goals. In terms of times, we've broken varsity records, pool records. We've become nationally ranked as a team and nationally ranked as individuals. So we're certainly on track to having a good conference championships. And you're right, UC San Diego is the #1 ranked Division II women's team in the country, and they are the defending champions in our conference meet. So we'll be able to measure ourselves pretty directly when we swim against them.
You mentioned some of individually nationally ranked swimmers on top of being a nationally ranked team, being 15th in the country. But right now it's looking like you have a strong case for 5 or 6 individuals that could potentially go to Mansfield, Texas, to the NCAA D2 championships next month. I mean, what have they really done so well this year, to really kind of put this program on the map?
Well, we're talking about basically 4 freshmen and 2 sophomores. And what they've done is make a commitment to getting the most out of every single practice and supporting each other and encouraging each other. They're incredibly coachable. Everything I ask of them, they do. And they're talented to begin with, but I think more than that, they're just committed. They're committed to the program, to each other, and also they have great desire. They want to accomplish something as individuals.
You guys put together a pretty nice schedule for yourself, especially since you won 5 straight dual meets. You've won 5 of 7 this year. You went down to the Husky Invitational where your team broke quite a few varsity records. And you also had some training down at Elevation. I mean, how have those things really just played a big part in the success that the team's had this year?
Well, each plays a role. There's no doubt that the training at Elevation we think is crucial to the second part of the season. When you win dual meets, it gives you a lot of confidence. We usually bring teams up that are as good or better than we are, and so that we can step up, rise to the challenge. The 2 meets we lost against Cal Baptist, we've never beaten them, never been close to beating them. We had one swimmer who was signed off on to compete, actually to train. She hadn't even been in the water for 8 weeks the first day of the meet, so she was not in the best of shape. And another swimmer who wasn't cleared to swim in those meets. Had they both been at full strength, I think we would have beat Cal Baptist and we would be undefeated at this point. So thereby those kind of fluky situations, we'd be going into this meet even stronger. But I think we're going to move up from our 4th place finish last year, which was moving up from our 6th place finish 2 years prior.
Your team was one of the most improved teams last year, based on percentage-wise and times that you were able to cut down. Clearly, you're continuing that trend of continuing to get better. I mean, what does this do for the future of this program, especially being that your top swimmers are rookies or first semester sophomores here at the university?
Future's bright. Yeah, I'm fortunate to be in a position where we have had so much success with such young swimmers. Part of it is their enthusiasm. They add a lot of energy to the program. Part of it is having a new assistant coach. Kinsey was one of our distance swimmers, tough kid for 4 years, and now she brings that experience and her desire to be a good coach to the program. Every year I coach a group, I get to know them better and better, so I anticipate that as much as they've been able to do this year, and with my help, how much they've been able to learn, it will be better year after year. So we'll continue to recruit selectively to kind of shore up places that we might be a little bit weak, and I expect that however we do this year, it's only going to get better.
And